So this is the S21 Ultra, and we're going to take a look inside of the box and see what we get. So it's a pretty impressive phone, but looking inside the box, I just really have one question to ask Samsung. Where's the damn charger? So the best place to start is at the beginning, right? Okay, let's start over. Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Technicational. My name is Peyton Wilmot, and today we have in front of us the S21 Ultra 5G. It's not just S21 Ultra, you have to put the 5G at the end because it's 5G capable. And today we're going to be taking a look at this phone, see the pros, see the cons, and see if it's worth your time. Yes, this is one of the most talked about phones from Samsung this year because of this controversial case and the fact that it can use a S Pen, and everybody is up in arms. Will it replace the Note? Not to lie, I'm asking that question as well. But anyhow, let's go right into the review and see what this phone is actually made of. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is build quality, design, and specification. This can be a very long topic, so I'm going to just speed right through it. Now, this phone has Gorilla Glass at the front and on the back as well, and this is sporting Gorilla Glass Victus. You don't really find this on every and any high-end phone out there. You also have an aluminum frame to make sure that the phone is sturdy in your hand. The selfie camera that comes on this is a 40 megapixel. Around the back you get a 108 megapixel wide camera, a 10 megapixel periscope zoom camera, a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. This thing is jam-packed with cameras for every single situation necessary. You also have a built-in large capacity battery that is 5000 milliamp hour that can get it through any day of any use. I bet you thought it was finished there. No, this is not an Ultra for no reason. Listen, it also has a 6.8 inch display that is Quad HD and supports 120 Hz, so smooth motion up and down, and you also have wireless charging at 25. You know what? Enough specs. Enough specs. I can't even go through it. Enough specs. So let's talk about performance, and this is a sore point for most people who live in Jamaica because you know we get the Exynos variants of all the Samsung flagship phones, and we all know from past experiences the Snapdragon variants are always better than the Exynos. But I am here to tell you, the S21 Ultra 5G has broke the mold, people. The Exynos variants are holding their own very much against the Snapdragon variants of these phones, so you don't have to worry about performance differences depending upon which one you get. And yeah, I tested it and I don't really have a problem with the Exynos variant of the phone. The battery life still lasts long, and I was running all the games, all the apps and everything without no hiccups, so I can actually say to you folks with confidence, the Exynos 2100 is a beast of a CPU, and I cannot wait till it's paired with the AMD GPUs that are coming out either later this year or next year in Samsung flagship devices and phones. But enough of that. I was running Lord Mobile on the S21 Ultra, and it looks like a very simple game, but try run this on a low-end phone and see what happens. Run hot. But the S21 Ultra, smooth and calm, no hassle. It's that time, folks, talking about camera quality. And people, this is the main focus of the S21 Ultra. It has cameras for every single situation that you possibly could have want to shoot with a phone camera. Every situation. Alright, let's run it down now. So you have a zoom lens that can zoom into 10x times zoom without no loss whatsoever because it's not digital zoom. And you also have a 108 megapixel camera. You also have a wide lens, and you also have a telephoto lens. That is just crazy. So in all, you can do some really close-up shots, or you can do some really good zooms and get good quality photos. As you can see, I am using the phone to zoom in and take pictures or take videos, and I'm going to be honest with you people, the 10x zoom on this is so good that a lot of the times I am zoomed in at 10x times and I don't realize that I'm zoomed in because it still look clean, crisp and clear. And you can video while you're zooming, you can take pictures while you're zooming. A matter of fact, you can open up director's view in the camera and have all of the camera them show all of the views where you want to use and switch between them on the fly when you're recording video or taking photos. Whew. Yeah, it not ultra for no reason. So this thing has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and yes, it has a whole lot of things going on with the 120 Hz display at Quad HD resolution and a chipset that is running circles around everything on the market. So you might be worried, hey, can this last the whole day? Yes, it can. I had this running everything I wanted, running one SIM card because I have the Duos version, but it's one SIM card I had in there, and it run the whole entire day, and by the end of the day I have roughly 20 or 18% battery. And yes, it support quick charge, so you can go right back up to 100 in matter of minutes. So yeah, battery life on this is just outstanding. I have no problem. So you might not see this coming, but the S21 Ultra supports S Pen. Yeah, so you can actually use S Pen from an old Note on this, or you can just buy a case that comes with the S Pen and work with it that way. Now there are two problems with this, and I can't even imagine what Samsung was thinking. But you make a phone that supports S Pen, but you don't have anywhere to put the S Pen in the phone. So the only alternative you have is to build a case that can hold the S Pen on it. But this is the problem, folks. Love the case, very good case, protects the phone, but the problem is the phone is very big already, and when you slap this case on it, it make it huge, and then you have a S Pen stuck to the side. It's not the most appealing look for a phone that looks so great without a case in the first place. So yeah, that's where the problem lies. Apart from that though, the S Pen functionality is just as good as you would see on a Note. The only problem is it does not support Bluetooth, so you can't do like remote picture taking or remote videos or anything remote that needs a Bluetooth pen. Although Samsung says a Bluetooth pen is coming in the future. Hopefully a new case will be coming in the future as well. So what are my final thoughts on the S21 Ultra? Should you buy it? Okay, there are certain things you need to know right off the bat. I hope you reach this part of the video. And that's one, if you never own a Samsung phone before, you're gonna need to buy a charger because no charger not coming out of the box. Two, it does not support expandable storage. I repeat, you can't buy a SD card, put in this phone. You have to just work with the space where you get on the phone. Now the space that you get on the phone is 128 gigs of space, and you can upgrade that to 256. But with 8K video recording and 4K video recording, trust me, you can fill up that space there pretty quick. But apart from those problems, there is nothing else wrong with the phone. And if you can overlook those two things, you will have an amazing phone if you purchase this. The cameras are great, it takes great night shots, you have a 40 megapixel selfie camera, so your selfie is going to look amazing and sharp, and you have the latest and greatest chipset paired with 12 gigs of RAM. And if you want to venture off in the boat of getting the case and getting the pen, this is definitely a great phone for productivity because you have a good size screen and you have the support for S Pen. It's not though a replacement for the Note. So there you have it, folks, the full review of the S21 Ultra 5G. But people, I don't think I'm going to just leave the review there. I want to get my hands on a S21 or a S21 Plus, compare it to the Ultra, and then compare all three of them to the old S10 Plus and see if you have a better bang for buck or value if you just go with an older high-end flagship from Samsung. But you know what, that's for a later date. Anyhow, folks, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for commenting, and until next time, people, keep safe and peace.
Snakes in the grass, you gotta watch where you step. Blood on the leaves, you either kill or be killed. When there's food on the table, you either eat or you starve. And when there's sharks in the water, you either sink or you swim. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there.